What's going on, YouTube? I'm back again after another little break. Yeah, I don't know what to say. In my last video I was all like, yay, I'm all happy, good new year, and then I crashed. Yeah, I made a bit of a mistake. I said before, I try not to whinge about it too much, but I suffer from depression, and I decided I wanted to come off the meds. Bad idea. So yeah, I came off them, and for people that don't know about it, it takes a while for it to get back into your system and get going. So I came off, realised it was a bad idea, and then I had to suffer my way through it until the meds started working again. So I don't know, but I don't want to put you off with all that stuff, but yeah, I just, I was depressed, yes, but as well as that, my missus has started a new job, and I just got to do more around the house and help her more. So, the things that had to be done, like school and my boy and all that, house stuff, got done. The stuff that didn't really need to get done, like my channel, I just put it on the back burner. But I'm hoping to get it all up and going again, so you can see my cheerful face a little more often. So I'm gonna crack in to Simon's Simply Snuffs like I promised a couple months ago. I noticed the other day that he's reached 5,000 subs. I remember shaking my head in disbelief when he reached like 3,000. He's blown that out of the water, so congratulations, Simon, as always. Today I'm smoking some Gareth Hogarth Balkland mixture, and it's very nice. And I got it in a little funky little French pipe. I think I've shown it before. I think it's Picard or Picold, something like that. What I remember is when you look up the name, for some reason on a stamp, on other pipes it's got 2 C's, and mine seems to have a C missing or something, or there's a letter missing, but I like it still, so who cares. But yeah, I haven't really been smoking too many pipes, to be honest. If anything, I've been smoking more cigars, just because the weather hasn't really warmed up too much here in the UK, and we had a bit of snow and that a few days ago. I think we're due again some more in a couple of days, but it was just easier to stand out by my back door and smoke a cigar quickly rather than filling a pipe. So yeah, I've been neglecting the pipe the last few weeks, but when I crack one open, when I loaded up a pipe again, I was like, oh yeah, I remember why. So I'm back on it. But snuffing, I've been snuffing strong. Now I haven't stopped. And to be honest, I have been using a lot of the 4 new Simon Snuffs. I mean, I've had a couple other regulars popped in there, but I've always got one of them around with me, and I have been enjoying them quite a bit. Yeah, so today we'll crack into it, and today we're doing...
Who's that? Miss Alcock. Miss Alcock. Ding dong.
Yeah, ding dong. Let's just crack into it, shall we? I know I had my pipe knife because I was using it a minute ago to try and get a battery out of something. That for the life of me, I got on there. There's sorry, unprepared as always. Right, so let's crack into her. See what she's saying, shall we? Videos may be a little bit rougher because again I'm trying to improve. I've invested in a laptop finally, a decent one, so that I can start, you know, editing, and I'm hoping that I'm going to be able to you know, like streamline it, because it's quite labor intensive the way I've been doing my editing and all that. So I'm hoping, and I might learn a few new tricks as well, hopefully. That's the plan anyway, but it means I'm having to sort of learn again because I'm using different programs and that. But you know, bear with me. Hopefully it will pay off in the future, you know. Yeah, it is open anyway. But onto the snuff to look at. It's you know, fairly typical of all the sort of simply snuffs that have come before it. It's a medium, I would say, sort of milk chocolatey brown. They're lovely moist, like plenty moisture, you know, like as I say, it's one of them that you love to broddle around. It's got that I'm gonna break that bit of broken ice feeling just because you someone's got to know what I mean, you know? Yeah, so it's like a medium fine grind, plenty moisture, and it's a, you know, a nice inviting chocolatey brown colour. So off the tin note, it's a little different. Off the tin, straight away, you can definitely get like a sweet floral scent. But I'm probably going to say this several times for this review, and I must stress it for the people that hate florals. It is not like that grandma handbag sort of, you know, real sort of like fake perfumey, talcum powdery, you know, like it's not washing powdery, it's not that kind of floral. You want to say it's a soft background floral, but it is present, like, and it is quite forefront, but it's not sickening, it's not overpowering. It's quite a nice, it's a nice sort of sweet floral note. But that's a lot of description just off the tin note, but I'm gonna have to hammer that home, like, because I know a lot of people when they hear the word floral they're like, no, not for me. But I would say if you're gonna try this one, because it is floral, truthfully, but you know, kind of a different spin on it. But let's jump into the old toot. You know, I think it says in the description it's a light menthol, but I find it has got, you know, it's not overpowering, not like blow your head off, but it's you know, it's got a nice solid amount of menthol. But first of all, you get that, you know, like a nice subtle sweet floral scent. Now I know it says in the description that it's geranium and rose. I don't think I actually quite pinned down what the smell of geranium is, but you know, can definitely pick up a bit of rose, and you know, I can say the combined scent of the floral is, in my opinion, very It's very enjoyable. But yeah, so you get that sort of floral floating about, and then I wouldn't say, like, with a lot of these Simply Nut snuffs, they are quite like flavour scented heavy, and it's sometimes, for me, it's a mission to pick out the tobacco note in there, but it is in there floating about as them sort of like, you know, usual sense of Indian tobacco. But I will say, considering these are made by 6photo, I want to use that phrase Indian tobacco very carefully, because it's not like, it hasn't got that sort of weird incensey scent that a lot of them have, you know, like even the ones that are meant to be plain, sometimes I find that I imagine it's a bit of cross contamination, but I can still pick it up a little bit in the background. Do you understand what I'm saying? But yeah, so it's not it's the most cleanest Indian tobacco scent that I've had, if you understand my meaning. But, you know, off the bump, you get a sharp menthol pinch. It's not overpowering, but it's a very quick hitting, sharp, clean, fresh pinch menthol. You know, it's not really cold, and it's got a nice sort of burn to it. I mean, a note, again, apologise. God damn it. It's an alarm. Normally I'd be off to pick my boy up from school today, but the teachers are on strike for the next 2 days, so I haven't got to do the run today. But what was I saying? Yeah, as a general note across all the Simply Snuff snuffs that I've tried so far, I've found, or a bit of praise or credit I would give it, is that even though a lot of them have menthol in them, Simon's found a way to, I think, they're very different types of menthol hits. Do you know what I mean? Like, some of them are subtle, some of them are harder, some of them are like that cool, refreshing, you know, menthol. Others are that sort of like sharp, wake you up, burning sort of menthol. You know, like, I find there is, you know, some of them subtle, some of them not so subtle, but there are definitely differences between the different snuffs. No one is the same. No one is similar. I think it would be very easy to pick them up and do a blind test and be able to go, yeah, that's that one and that's that one, which I don't think you can honestly say with a lot of snuffs out there. But right, where am I? Oh yeah. So you get the floral note, a nice burn, sharp pinch, and then that sort of floraliness is floating around. You feel it, it fills up your sinuses. And then there's a very slight little bit of vanilla sort of in there, and it sort of I don't know, it sort of rounds it off and holds it together, I suppose. It's a nice little sort of I don't know, I want to say sort of like a thickness or a creaminess to it. Do you understand? You know, florals are quite airy and a floaty scent, and I just find a little bit of vanilla gives it a little bit of weight. You know? No, I think it's good. I have been using this a lot. As I say, it's a floral, but it's not like that nasty, fake, granny, perfumey scent. It isn't that at all. So if you're normally a floral hater, it might still be worth a try for you. Because I understand why people that don't like florals, the points that they give for why they don't like them, but I would say this one has managed to navigate its way around them rough patches of floral snuffs. But it's yeah, it's good. So yeah, I'm gonna give it one. I'm probably gonna be a bit harsher on my grade, because otherwise I'm just going to end up giving it to all of them. But I have been quite enjoying this one, and I've picked it up out of the four that came in the second batch of his snuffs. I've been picking it up quite a lot. Is it my favourite? Be honest, I don't think I'm going to be able to give my favourite, because the problem is, whichever one I pick up and snuff for any period of time becomes my favourite. Do you know what I'm saying? I think the first one I was drawn to was the duck soup, and that was my favourite. You know, and then this was my favourite for a bit. Then the chin chin was my favourite for a bit. So they've all had their time in my sort of, you know, in my top list, as it were. But I think it's blinding. Oh, I didn't say about the nicotine, but obviously it's a 6 photo snuff, so it's going to be quite loaded with nicotine. I haven't been complaining from it. It's kept me happy. So there you go. I think it's a cracker. Out of them all, I'm liking this one quite a lot. To be honest, I don't know. What I might have to do at the end, right, is get them all out, spend a bit of time with them all, to actually decide which ones I actually really sit on. Because the problem is, since I've had this 4, I haven't really pulled out. The only one I've pulled out recently was that Buccaneer, because I do quite like that one. But that's not to say I hate the others. So yeah, I think I'd do a roundup at the end and see where it takes me. Yeah, apart from that, that's all I got for you, really. I'm alright. As I say, I had a bit of a rocky few months, but you know, I wasn't like crying under my bed, planning to end my life or anything. I just get to a point where I feel like I'm trudging through sand, and so anything that I can get away with not doing, I don't do. So I sort of like dropped all my hobbies and was just getting all the must-do stuff done. But you know, I think people understand a bit with me. We'll see what's coming, because I don't get hassled so much now when I disappear. I think you just understand that I'm going to disappear and I'm going to crop out from under my rock when I'm ready. But, you know, thanks to a few of you that are still, you know, asking after me. And I know I am behind on a couple of messages. So I'm going to try and catch up and get back to you all ASAP, as it were. So I'm going to leave it there before I drone on too long. Hopefully you're not too disappointed to see me pop up again. So I'm gonna say, remember to tap, pinch and toot, because that's 3 ingredients to your enjoyment, and your enjoyment is all I got for you. So remember to come back to the shed, and until then I shall bid you farewell.